56 bracing for the bitter cold. How local leaders are preparing for another round of wicked weather heading our way this weekend. Plus, cascading failures. We'll break down the findings in a new DOJ report following one of the deadliest school shootings in American history. And paying it forward. How a local priest is warming hearts and homes through a simple act of kindness.
Live from Lexington, our home, your news. This is Fox 56 News at 6:30.
Good evening, and thank you so much for joining us. I'm Andrea Walker, along with Justin Esterly. You know, Justin, the temperatures outside weren't as cold as they have been lately. So we do have that. Unfortunately, the warmer air is not going to stick around long.
Yeah, and it's also bringing us plenty of snow as we roll into tonight. That's going to be the big thing that we really want to focus on. Snow giving us some wintry driving conditions from here on out tonight. If we look outside already, you can see we've got snow flying. It's reducing visibilities for us. The roadway's just wet right now because we're slightly above freezing, but we're going to quickly drop below freezing tonight, and that's going to start to stick as we go through the rest of it. Let's carry on and see how things are going for us here the rest of the way. Temperature is now at 30 degrees. That means that the snow could stick here as we go through tonight. Feels like 24, south winds at 6 miles an hour, and the fun just keeps on keeping on. We do have some peaks showing up in southern Kentucky, suggesting a wintry mix of frozen precipitation, and in that we're going to continue to see some chances for some icing, mainly to our south. Everything else already turned over to snow on satellite and radar, and some darker blues suggesting some heavier banding taking place already. This is round one that we have here now. Round two is just off to the northwest and catching up quickly here as we go into tonight. The warmer air comes up out of Tennessee and will continue to try to give us at least some icing possibilities in our southern zones here across the bluegrass, but either way, winter weather advisory, and in some counties far southeast Kentucky, a winter storm warning is going to go through at least tomorrow night in some spots till 7 a.m. We're talking icy roads, snow-covered roads, low visibility, and then after all of that fun, breezy winds bring us more bitter cold. We're going to track it all for you and talk timing and totals coming up in the full forecast in just a bit.
Thank you, Justin. New tonight, a death investigation is underway in Lexington. Authorities say it could be linked to those dangerously cold temperatures. Fayette County Coroner Gary Ginn says the victim's body was found Tuesday near the R.J. Corman Railroad tracks on Newtown Pike. It's being sent to the state medical examiner's office for an autopsy and toxicology test. Those results could take up to 6 weeks. The coroner's office says the CDC has been notified due to the possibility the death is weather-related. The victim's name has not been released. All we know right now is that it's a 60-year-old black man. Authorities are still working to notify next of kin. With yet another round of winter weather on the way, city officials say they're prepared and doing everything they can to support those most in need. Bodie Brooks shares what you need to know.
Yeah, road crews started pre-treating roads on Thursday morning and will pass the baton to continue more work overnight. Thankfully, officials aren't too worried about a big impact from the snowfall. Their biggest concern is this weekend's bitter cold temperatures.
Stay off the roads when you can. Limit your time outside. If you have to go out, wear extra layers. Stay warm.
It's the advice you've probably heard before, but the risk is real if you don't take it seriously. Officials saying Thursday's road prep can handle the single-digit temperatures.
It's very effective in these subarctic temperatures and works down to at least minus 12. It did a good job for us in the previous event earlier this week.
Streets and Roads Director Rob Allen stressing patience will still be needed once the snow falls. Certain roads like Nicholasville and Richmond will take priority to make the most essential travel possible.
The plan is not designed to get to every road. That would just take an incredible amount of time and resources.
The week-long stretch of below freezing temperatures has grown the need for outreach services, especially supporting the homeless. Housing Advocacy Commissioner Charlie Lanter saying more than 200 people are taking shelter in the Hope Village temporary shelter.
We're doing all we can to get to them and then make sure they're familiar with the risk, make sure they're aware of the danger involved, and then if they just absolutely will not accept the help, then making sure we have every tool in their hands that we could possibly give them.
Police ask you only contact 911 for emergencies and keep the phone lines clear if you're just curious about road updates. In Lexington, Bodie Brooks, Fox 56 News.
Governor Andy Beshear shared a similar message during today's Team Kentucky update. During our last round of winter weather, state police responded to 165 stranded vehicles and 145 crashes. With that in mind, Beshear is asking Kentuckians to stay home if possible this weekend or travel with extreme caution. A reminder, you can find statewide updates on road conditions and other resources at snowky.ky.gov. Area superintendents are often put in a tough position when bad weather hits. More and more, they're opting for NTI learning instead of traditional snow days to help keep students on track. Even though he prefers in-person learning, Bourbon County School Superintendent Dr. Larry Begley says he leans toward the use of NTI days since students are already accustomed to using technology. In Anderson County, Superintendent Sheila Mitchell says before NTI, there was more juggling of schedules to make sure the academic needs of students were met. When it comes to using these days, she says it's about maintaining a balance.
I think generally speaking, most people appreciate NTI. I think, a lot of people still really do appreciate an old-fashioned snow day. So, I think finding that balance and also making sure that, that we're able to read the community and read the needs and really feel, listen and take that feedback and then just plan accordingly is the best answer.
Both Begley and Mitchell recognize the extra work NTI learning puts on both parents and teachers. It's one of many factors they take into account when planning these days. A full list of closings is scrolling now at the bottom of your screen. You can also stay up to date on closings and the latest forecast by going to fox56news.com or by downloading the Fox 56 Weather Authority app. Turning to national news now, the Department of Justice released a new report today about its investigation into the 2022 shooting in Uvalde, Texas. It says the police who responded showed, quote, no urgency to act. As a result, 19 students and 2 teachers at Robb Elementary School were killed in one of the deadliest school shootings in our history. The investigation's findings back up statements from federal officials that poor technology, along with failed communication and leadership, led to the horrific event lasting longer than necessary. Unfortunately, the failures of officials didn't end once the threat was over and continued in the response and aftermath of the shooting.
Without appropriate precautions, victims who had already passed away were taken to the hospital in ambulances, while children with bullet wounds were put on school buses without any medical attention.
33 students and 3 of their teachers, many of whom have been shot, were trapped in a room with an active shooter for over an hour as law enforcement officials remained outside.
That was Attorney General Merrick Garland there. He added that the 21 victims deserved better and that the response of law enforcement that day was a failure. 5 officials have since lost their jobs. Lexington police are investigating after a man was found shot in a Walmart parking lot. Happened around 1:30 this morning on West New Circle Road. When they arrived, officers found a man suffering from a gunshot wound. The victim was taken to a nearby hospital. So far, there's no word on his condition. Officers don't have a suspect at this time. They're asking anyone with information to give them a call or to submit a tip anonymously through Bluegrass Crime Stoppers. A search is underway for a missing man in Knox County. Deputies say 66-year-old Earl Couch left his home on Hazel Fork Road around 5 o'clock last night. He was heading to the Couch Cemetery in the Girdler community at the time, driving a black Nissan Kick with Kentucky tags. If you see Couch or know where he is, call Knox County Dispatch. As temperatures drop, utility bills go up, but people are getting help making ends meet right now thanks to one man's generosity. Father Jim Sitchko is a familiar face here in central Kentucky, known for performing acts of kindness through his role as a papal missionary for Pope Francis. Today, he made a stop at Kentucky Utilities in Lexington to pay the overdue balance of anyone who came in. A line of people showed up, as you can see, to take him up on the offer. At one point, they were wrapped around the building. Father Jim says the $10,000 he spent today is a small price to pay to show kindness.
It's called give and receive. It's called be kind. It's called recognizing that maybe one day I'll be in this position. Hopefully someone will help me, you know. I'm just trying to bring them as current as possible, you know, and feelings are important, and anything that I can do to always assist is what we're all called to do in humanity.
Now, if you or someone you know still needs help with utility bills, you can find a list of resources in this story on fox56news.com.
Congress is taking crucial steps to keep the government up and running before its deadline tomorrow. I'm Connor Hansen in New York. I'll have the latest coming up.
You're watching Fox 56 News. Our home, your news. Keeping you prepared.
The next big thing is going to be the chance for some snow.
Keeping you informed.
Very cold out there, and it's only going to get colder.
Keeping you safe.
You can see we're in that winter storm warning.
When severe weather strikes, stay with Fox 56 News, the weather authority.
Peanut butter and bacon may seem crazy to you, but this is just smooth peanut butter and crispy bacon asking a double cheeseburger with melty cheese and a shake to love them. It's peanut butter bacon time at Sonic.
At Planet Fitness, you can get energy without the judgment.
Hi, can you help me with this?
You don't know how to use it?
This is better.
Join the judgment-free zone now through January 19th. For just 24 cents down, $10 a month. Never intimidating. Always free fitness training and equipment for every workout. Plus, work out anytime with most clubs open 24 hours. Join today during the Big Fitness Energy Sale for 24 cents down, $10 a month, cancel anytime. Deal extended through January 19th.
That's me, Gronk. Last Super Bowl, I missed the FanDuel kick of destiny.
It's no good he missed it.
I don't kick, I catch. Because it wasn't enough for me to hold up a phone and say, now new customers bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets. So I'm going to the land of second chances, Vegas.
And this time you won't miss. Get in.
Bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets. FanDuel Kick of Destiny 2 coming live Super Bowl Sunday.
Invest in your family's comfort with a new energy-efficient heating and cooling system from Comfort Heating and Air. Enjoy your new system with payments as low as $127 a month. Plus, you may be eligible for up to $3,200 in tax credits. Save today and experience years of comfort from the expert technicians at Comfort Heating and Air. Call now for your free consultation. Comfort Heating and Air offers professional installations 7 days a week. Call 859-266-3678 to schedule your appointment.
Now for just $1.99, enjoy the Sonic quarter-pound double cheeseburger. Because we value value just as much as we value tasty burgers, we decided to shrink the price of this melty fan favorite. In finance, they call that one heck of a deal. $1.99 Sonic quarter-pound double cheeseburger.
Big Bang Theory, watch it all the time. Zinga. And just in case you forgot,
You're in my spot.
The Big Bang Theory, weeknights
at 6 and 7:30 on Fox 56. This is Fox 56 News.
Congress is sending a bill to the president's desk to keep the lights on at least for another few weeks. Fox News correspondent Connor Hansen has the story.
2/3 being in the affirmative, the rules are suspended.
Congress took a crucial step, voting to pass a continuing resolution.
The bill is passed.
It came as lawmakers have been working late, negotiating a deal to keep government agencies open before Friday's deadline.
The Senate reached an agreement to pass a clean extension of government funding to avert a needless shutdown and give appropriators more time to finish their work.
Lawmakers pushed to finish the voting before winter weather hits D.C. on Friday.
We should stay here and do our work. But instead, people said, why can't you give the time back, Congressman Royce, so we can go catch our planes before the snowstorm gets in? I'm sorry. I think maybe we should stay here and do our job.
A significant number of votes from Democrats were needed to pass the bill over some GOP opposition.
We recognize that a partial government shutdown will hurt everyday Americans, hurt the economy, and hurt the ability of the federal government to meet the needs of the American people.
But some on the far right are still skeptical of using the temporary measure again for the third time.
Yeah, I don't believe we should fund the government through continuing resolution. I think that it departs from the expectation that things in the federal budget will get itemized review.
This is a very similar resolution passed under former House Speaker Kevin McCarthy, which led to the vote to oust him from his leadership role. So far, it does not appear the same thing will happen to Speaker Mike Johnson. In New York, Connor Hansen, Fox News.
Coming up after the break, we're going to be tracking the latest on the next round of wintry weather that has been rolling in. I've got details straight ahead.
Checking lottery now. Tomorrow's Mega Millions jackpot is $236 million. Powerball is $120 million.
Download the Fox 56 Weather Authority app today.
Feels good to be home. This week only at your local Ashley store. Get up to 25% off store-wide, plus free delivery. That's right, up to 25% off, plus free delivery. These snowed-in savings are only available at your local Ashley store.
Bring in the new year with the new you. Feel better than ever before. The Angel Center proudly offers semaglutide, the most transformative weight loss tool in decades. Call for a free consultation, 859-335-1330. Visit angelcenter.net or scan the QR code.
Are you new to Medicare? Have you recently moved or lost your coverage? You have a choice, which is why Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield is here to help you get all the benefits you qualify for. Give us a call today at 800-608-1493, and we'll help you make the most of your budget. Ask about our $0 monthly premium plans that include dental, vision, and hearing, and $0 copays for prescriptions. And if you qualify for Medicare and Medicaid, we also have plans to help you pay for groceries, over-the-counter health items, and utilities like cell phone. All on a single prepaid MasterCard. Call Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield at 800-608-1493 to find a Medicare Advantage plan with all the benefits you are eligible for. We're here to help, so you never go it alone. That's our anthem.
Get vaxxed, y'all. This winter, protect your friends, your family, and yourself by getting shots protecting against the flu and COVID-19. Visit lfchd.org/getvaxxed, y'all, to learn more.
Painting isn't just our job, it's our passion. Our team at Winter Circle Painting is dedicated to bringing you quality work, saving you time and money. From homes to businesses, there's no job too big or too small.
For winning results, choose Winter Circle Painting.
After my wreck, I was hurt. I couldn't work. I take one step forward and two steps back. So I called the Hammer.
We'll take on the big insurance companies, and we'll fight to get you every dollar you deserve. One call, that's all.
Feels good to be home. This week only at your local Ashley store. Get no interest for up to 60 months plus free delivery. That's right, no interest for up to 60 months plus free delivery. These snowed-in savings are only available at your local Ashley store.
Now, your forecast from Fox 56 News, the Weather Authority.
Well, good evening and welcome back in. The fun has already begun for us here this evening as snow is flying across most of the bluegrass. Our home view showing us that, especially down on this bottom right panel in London, you can see some pretty large flakes flying across the camera there. We're seeing snow falling in all areas, maybe even some freezing mist or drizzle, more so in Somerset, where some spots are sitting just a tiny bit warmer, and we're seeing on satellite and radar some of these pinks moving in. That's more of a right around freezing line in the cloud, meaning that we could be seeing some of that light freezing rain or drizzle falling down places like Somerset. Most of us, though, here in central and northern parts, filling in with snow this evening and big flakes because they're warmer temperatures. It's probably going to be a wet, slushy snow. Now, most of us are falling below freezing here. We've got some spots, Jackson, Hazard, Harlan, that are still above freezing. But here in Lexington, even in Somerset, those temps sit at 32 or colder. And then we're going to continue to see a change over to all snow the rest of tonight. This initial wave is coming from that low approaching us, pulling up some southerly winds and some warmer temps. Then we've got on the backside of that wave 2, which is also some decent moderate snowfall that's going to fly in for us as we head into tomorrow. All of this is covered by a winter weather advisory for us that goes through at least Friday night. Some areas, especially in eastern Kentucky, hold on to this, including the winter storm warning, until 7 a.m. on Saturday. The point is, we're likely going to see some icy road conditions, or at least snow-covered at times through tomorrow morning with lowered visibility, and then with this storm on the backside bringing very breezy winds and some colder temperatures that will once again push us down near or below freezing with some nasty wind chills for the weekend. Details in a second on that. First, tracking the timing on this. This is Futurecast suggestions of what's coming. It's a little aggressive on the pinks here, on the warmer nose of air trying to shoot up into the clouds. More of this staying blue for us, meaning more snow for the most part overnight tonight. Then here comes that second wave for your morning commute tomorrow. Not a ton of breaks in between the two rounds here. We're going to continue to have that snow through about 10 or 11 a.m. And then spotty snow showers are going to be possible for us all throughout the day, Friday and into Saturday. But the bulk of the snow will end with totals somewhere around here by late Friday night. We're looking at a general 1 to 4 for everybody, especially in the northern and eastern portions of this map. Where we have that icing possibility, we might see some of the lower ends of these totals, but temperatures running a little colder probably put us towards the middle and upper side of that forecast as we go into Friday night. Some spots down in our southeast mountains could see 2 to 5 inches as a little bit more of the dynamic flow gives us some higher chances for snow. There is that light glaze possibility mainly south of our parkways here tonight, but you saw that temperatures already below freezing are going to likely keep a lot of that snow the rest of the way. 24-hour overnight low, that's what's going to lead to more of the same into tomorrow. High temperatures not far from that, breezy with some snow showers staying in the mix. Then temperatures continue to drop as our next Arctic blast comes in into the weekend. It matches our next big thing with the snow. We've also got the cold. We're looking at Sunday morning being the coldest, and there's a good chance we actually drop below zero with just our air temperatures. The wind chills are going to be a whole nother story. We're going to keep an eye on that for you as we get into the weekend. But expect this to continue into tomorrow, and then we're going to see the Saturday morning's chances wrap up as well. Warmer with rain chances back into the forecast middle of next week. That's it for weather, sports after the break.
Scan the QR code on your screen now and download the Fox 56 News app, sponsored by the Kentucky Lottery. Over $4.8 billion in grants and scholarships. If it's the pros, the Cats, or home team Friday nights, Fox 56 has your teams covered. Get the stories behind the scores with sports director Michael Epps every night on Fox 56 News at 10. Sponsored by RB. If it's the pros, the Cats, or home team Friday nights, Fox 56 has your teams covered. Get the stories behind the scores with sports director Michael Epps every night on Fox 56 News at 10. Sponsored by Arby's.
Choice of attorney is critical. If you're injured, you need to find an attorney who has trial verdicts in Kentucky.
Within the past year, Kentucky juries have awarded over $20 million to our clients.
Insurance companies know who tries cases here in Kentucky, and they know what the result is.
Transform your living space at Burke Furniture with our quality sofas, sectionals, bedrooms, dining rooms, even mattresses from all the top brands you love. And most items are in stock and ready to be delivered. From cozy sofas to elegant dining sets, discover the perfect pieces to redefine your space. And right now, 0% financing is available. Redefine, reimagine, and redecorate. There's no better place than right here at Burke Furniture.
The Arby's French dip sandwich is like dipping beef into more beef. Listen up, carnivores. We are peaking. Arby's, we have the meat.
Baseball, look at that one. Wait, here we go. It's too high up. What do you think, Turkey? Watch and learn, boys. Watch and learn. Feel like you have a target on your windshield? Get it fixed the right way at Right Way Auto Glass. Glass repair made painless.
No turkeys were harmed in the making of this advertisement.
Car wreck? Think Golden. Golden Law Office has multiple multi-million-dollar verdicts in the state of Kentucky. Insurance companies know that.
We know the inside of the insurance business and use it to your advantage.
The weekend's not over until you see the scores and the highlights one more time.
The OT, Sundays at 11 on Fox 56. 56, sponsored by Cartown Kia. Now, Fox 56 Sports.
Welcome back in. You know, we have to kick off the evening recapping the UK MSU game last night. I was there, and I'll be honest, I'm sad that I didn't get a Rupp Arena ice cream cone. The line for those were about a mile long, so I wasn't able to get one, but the ice cream cone is now on my list for next game. I hear too many good things about him, but let's dive into this game. The Cats hosted a 12-4 Mississippi State Bulldog team for a midweek showdown last night. Kentucky started fast, both offensively and defensively, which was nice to see. They needed to improve on some things on the defensive side of the ball, and you could see the urgency during the first half to make those improvements. The Cats then started the second half slow, allowing MSU to pull the game within 10 points, but Antonio Reeves showed his experience yet again, leading the way with 27 points. His efficiency, along with some others, allowed the Cats to pull away, defeating Mississippi State 90-77.
And natural, just playing within the offense, to be honest. You know, like I said, I'm more comfortable out there with the experience that I have and, when to go, when not to go, and things like that. So, just feeling more confident this year and, just being me.
Not only was the win worth celebrating last night, but also Coach Calipari made more history, reaching 400 wins in the victory against Mississippi State last night. This is quite the accomplishment for Coach Cal, who is now the second coach to reach this milestone with the Wildcats and the fourth coach to win this many games at an SEC school. He reached 400 wins in just 516 games, making him the third quickest active Division I coach to do this at the same school. Calipari has already hit the top 15 of all-time coaching wins in NCAA history. So a big night for the Cats and their coach, but in Calipari fashion, the milestone didn't mean much to him.
Okay. Literally did not know until their player, and I know, he knew. Their player came up to me and said, congratulations on 400. You stay long enough and you have enough really good players, a lot of those things happen. I'm not doing this for numbers. Don't even know what my record is, could care less.
He's the GOAT. That's why I came here. Coach Kyle, he's the GOAT. So it's like, just knowing that he's that good of a coach, you would want to play for him.
Coach is always himself, no matter what. But looking forward for the Cats, they have a couple days to prepare for another Bulldog team, but this time it's the Georgia Bulldogs, who will walk into Rupp with a 13-4 record. They have not lost on the road yet, so BBN, I know you're ready to show up and bring the energy to help hand Georgia their first loss of the year.
Cats and the dogs with
That's
a
right.
cat victory.
I know, yet again. Have you guys had those ice creams from Rupp?
No.
Oh, gosh, yes. It's fantastic.
Gotta try it. I'm telling you, I'm missing out.
Oh, you haven't tried it yet?
No, I haven't. That's
Get
on my
that
list.
Doesn't matter how cold it is.
I
Still
know
good.
it.
We've got more news coming up at 7.